Hello, and welcome to the March Northern Ireland Centenary News from the Northwest Cultural Partnership with me, Lewis.
And me, Jessica. Coming up on today's show,
We'll look at the winning entries of the Arch Project competitions.
we check out 2 newly launched educational resources.
We'll learn the story of the Pneumatic Tire.
Take a look at facts about Northern Ireland.
And of course, we will have our monthly roundup of local community news. We start today's programme by looking at the Arch Project competitions which we mentioned in February's show. And today, we take a look at the winning entries. The Arch Project coordinator, Chris Curran, said that the standard of the entries was extremely high and thanked everyone who entered. The project's aim was to promote tolerance, understanding, and acceptance of different cultures and traditions. Lockdown meant the programme launched a number of competitions in a range of categories and age groups. Let's take a look at the winning entries. The first competition launched was the Culture Activity Book Code Breaker. Participants had to work through a newly designed cultural booklet, and the many activities included to find the hidden code. The code word turned out to be bagpipe, and the winner was Jessica Hyder, who won an Amazon voucher. Another competition included in the Arch Project was a friendship poster competition. Here is a winning poster, which was created by Eliza Cullenmore. She also won an Amazon voucher. Lastly, there was a creative competition where participants were invited to create something that demonstrates what culture means to them. This proved to be a popular competition, and we have the winning entry here for you.
Hello and welcome to Did You Know News? The home of things that make you wonder, why would I want to know that? Today I'm going to tell you about the Highland Sword Dance. I know what you're thinking. Why would I want to know that? I'm thinking the same thing, but I have to read this or I'll get fired. Just listen. There's no Highland dance older or better known than the sword dance of Gilly Callum. Tradition says the original Gilly Callum was a Celtic prince who was a hero of mortal combat against one of Macbeth's chiefs at the Battle of Dunsinane in 1054. He crossed his sword over the defeated chiefs and danced over them in triumph. Hey, you get off your phone and start paying attention. Another legend says that a soldier would dance over the crossed swords prior to battle, and if his feet were to touch the blade, it was considered bad luck. But in this dance, dancers originally used 2 crossed swords to dance in or around. I will now play a short clip of a modern sword dance.
The creator of this fabulous piece of work was Grace Guthrie, and she received an Apple iPad. Congratulations to all the winners. Well done for being so dedicated during lockdown, and we hope you enjoy your prizes.
This month saw the Northwest Cultural Partnership launch 2 new exciting educational resources as part of the Peace for Arch programme. The first of these new resources features 2 new characters, Ollie and Annie. The characters will feature in a series of videos on online resources called Ollie and Annie Discover. The series will see the characters discover a range of topics and stories, the first video being based on culture. To tell us more, here is one of the creators, Darren Milligan, followed by a little taster from Ollie and Annie Discovers.
Ollie and Annie Discover is an online platform with a mix of interactive videos and activities which teaches children in Key Stage 1 and 2 about the importance of culture and identity. The two animated characters, Ollie and Annie, will take pupils on a journey discovering aspects of culture throughout Northern Ireland, such as Highland dancing, bagpipes, marching bands, and so much more. The platform also contains teaching plans and worksheets, and the platform will be made available to schools throughout Northern Ireland. For more information, visit ollieandanniediscover.com.
Hi, Annie.
Hi, Ollie. Oh, look at this. It's so exciting. The castle and the music. I got goose pimples.
I know, I love visiting Edinburgh. There is no better time than in August when the Fringe Festival and the Tattoo is on. It's such a spectacle. The Tattoo is my favourite.
Oh, look, Ollie. I didn't realise we had company. Hi, boys and girls.
Oh, hello. Hello. Where did you come from? Want to join us on our journey? I'm Ollie, and this is Annie. We are from Northern Ireland, but we love to visit Scotland because this is where our family came from.
I am so excited that we are going to have friends with us today. Ollie and I are in Scotland to see all the things that we love. The things our family have done for years and years. The bagpipes, the Highland dancing. We even say a few wee Scots words sometimes. But you know what else we love about the Tattoo?
Yes, we love to see all the visitors coming from all over the world, and they show us what things they like to do. It's called, what's it called again, Annie?
Culture! It's all the different things about us that make us who we are.
Yes, it's what makes us all unique. That's culture.
What makes you special? What makes you who you are? Maybe it's the music you like to play or listen to.
Or the language you speak, the food you eat.
The dance you like to perform or the clothes you like to wear.
You know, anything you enjoy, anything you do, it's all part of your culture.
The second resource is a new comic based on the history of Highland dance, which was made in partnership with Saul's Highland Dancers. A Fling Through Time was inspired by dancer Becky Taggart, who is here to tell us a little bit about the project.
I've kept up my training during lockdown and have recently qualified as a Highland dance tutor. During my training on Zoom, my tutor encouraged us to take part in a project called The Horrible Highland Histories. The project aimed to highlight the stories behind each of the traditional dances that we work to perfect and perform. Some of the dancers made videos and news reports, and there were so many good ideas. I, however, decided to use my interest for art. I created drawings for each of the 4 traditional dances, which highlighted many historical references. I thought it would be a much more colourful way of telling a story to not only the young dancers, but also the adults and audiences. The stories behind these Highland dances are interesting, and it gives us a greater appreciation of what we are performing. I was very excited when Georgina suggested that my drawings could be turned into some kind of publication. So we met with the local comic book company, Revolve Comics, and they were more than happy to help us. I worked with Danny from Evolve and Georgina, my dance teacher, to create a narrative and some new characters. I pitched my ideas, and it has been amazing to see how they have developed. The comic has now been launched and features Uncle Jimmy, his dog Ollie, and a young dancer called Becky. They head off back in time in a time machine to visit ancient battlefields in Scotland. They explore where the traditional dances come from. The story has a few quirky twists and some blood and guts, so we hope that it all appeals to everyone, and maybe encourage some boys to get involved in Highland dance. It has been a privilege to see how my ideas have become a professional comic. It has been an amazing opportunity that something like that has kept me engaged during lockdown.
Many great inventions have come out of Northern Ireland. Previously, we have looked at the defibrillator and the penalty kick. This month, we look at the pneumatic tire.
John Boyd Dunlop was a Scottish inventor and veterinary surgeon who spent most of his career in Ireland. Belfast-based John Dunlop's air-filled tubes are one of transportation's greatest inventions. Dunlop's son had asked him to make the tricycle's solid rubber wheels more comfortable for Belfast's bumpy roads. He pumped up a garden hose, and so the journey began. With the tweaked invention, Ireland's cycle racing elite dominated with Dunlop tyres before cars drove them to global dominance.
This month saw the St. Patrick's Day celebrations. For the second year had most of the events taken place online. St. Patrick was a 5th century Christian missionary and bishop in Ireland. Known as the Apostle of Ireland, he is the primary patron saint of Ireland. The other patron saints being Bridget of Kildare and Columba.
As part of this year's celebrations, Solace Cultural Promotions produced a number of videos for the Northern Ireland Assembly, including music, dance, and poetry. You could watch the videos at the NI Assembly Twitter page.
And now, here are some facts about Northern Ireland for this month. Did you know? Belfast's famous Samson and Goliath cranes are the biggest freestanding cranes in the world. Goliath, the smaller crane, is 315 feet high and began work in 1969, with Samsung, the bigger crane, standing 348 feet tall, starting work 5 years later. Each crane can lift loads of up to 840 tons and stand in the world-famous Harland and Wolff shipyard.
Only 2 Northern Irish sports stars have won the BBC Sports Personality of the Year award. They are athlete Dame Mary Peters in 1972. She won a gold medal at the Olympic Games in Munich, the only athletics gold that Great Britain won at the Games. And secondly, jockey Tony McCoy, OBE, in 2010. He won a record 4,358 times and was champion jockey each year of his professional career, a record 20 consecutive times.
The Craigavon Bridge in Londonderry, which crosses the River Foyle, is one of the only few double-decker road bridges in Europe. It was named after Lord Craigavon, the first Prime Minister of Northern Ireland. The present bridge was designed by the city architect Matthew A. Robinson, with construction beginning in the 1920s and finishing in 1933. The lower deck of the bridge originally carried a railway, but that was replaced by a road in 1968.
The Steenson's Jewellers, located on Bedford Street in Belfast, has custom-made most of the jewels used in the Game of Thrones TV series. This includes earrings, necklaces, cufflinks, and pins.
Lurgan Park is Northern Ireland's largest urban park and the second biggest in the island of Ireland. The park was sold to Lurgan Borough Council in 1893 for £2,000, and it was opened as a public park in July 1909. And it is over 250 acres in size and boasts many paths for walking. It has much to offer visitors, including a play park with a water feature, tennis courts, bowling green, cricket wicket, football pitches, and a fishing lake.
Through the challenges of the pandemic, a lot of good work is being done in the community. Here are a few highlights we have selected from the last months.
Members of Brady Cricket Club have become known as the cricketing cooks. They have been supplying meals to the vulnerable and elderly in their local area. At their last committee meeting before the first lockdown last March, the committee decided to do something positive for the people in the rural areas of Mahermason, Brady, New Buildings, Cullion and Donaghadee by supplying them with a Sunday dinner for 1 week, delivered straight to their doors. 1 week rolled into 1 year, and they've now made and delivered almost 4,500 meals throughout the community. This would not have been possible without the many volunteers, mostly who belong to the club. But they have also been assisted by various local organisations and families from within the community. A true community effort. We feel that it was much deserved that the group were recently awarded with the Spirit of Cricket Award at the annual Irish Cricket Awards.
Over 100 Highland dancers aged from 3 to 20 years old recently sat their special choreography anniversary exams with Solace Highland dancers. They had been working hard via Zoom to create new dances which were recorded and sent off to an official UKA examiner. Well done to all who took part, and we eagerly await some great results.
Inspired by last year's Fit to March by the Londonderry Bands Forum, the Hamilton Flute Band have decided to get their walking boots on again to celebrate the Northern Ireland Centenary. This year they were encouraging their members to get active and walk round the distance of Northern Ireland as many times as possible before the 3rd of May. If you see any of their members out walking, be sure to give them a few words of encouragement.
Well done to everyone featured this month. Don't forget all the different ways you can keep up to date with NI Centenary News via our social media platforms.
That's nearly all from us for March. We hope you enjoyed it. Tune in next month when we have an interview with a former news reporter, a report from the Londonderry Band Forum's new research, and a Did You Know special from the city's walls. Plus, much more.
Until then, from Jessica and myself, thank you for watching and stay safe.